everyone, EnigmaCoinCollector here, and I'm really excited because I finally got my first of circulated pennies or cents here in my new location. I've been getting boxes, they've been uncirculated, and it's been really hard for me to get finally a box, but we've got one, and we're going to see what kind of pennies we've got in this area. We're going to be doing the usual things. We're going to be looking for wheats, Indian head pennies, 09s, foreigns, errors, and varieties, and just about anything else you can think of we're going to be looking for. Now, I did open this box already to confirm that it was circulated pennies, so we're not going to be able to do a live opening, but as you can see, they absolutely are, and it will be really interesting to see what kind of pennies we have out here in the new location. But we won't know until we start cracking rolls, so let's go ahead and do exactly that. Roll one, bring in on the first. Well, that didn't take very long. Roll number one, we're already going to be on the board with this 1953 Denver wheat cent. Nice. Well, we're on roll three, and I already see two finds. We've got our second wheat cent of the box, a 1953D, and our first Canadian of the box. And this one be a 1989. Not bad. Hopefully that pace continues for the rest of the box. Next roll, next find, and it's another foreign. And if these continue up with this pace, I won't be bringing you in for all of them, but just wanted to let you know we found our second Canadian to go with 2 wheat cents. Just laid roll number 6 out, and I see wheat ears, so I'm bringing you in for our third wheat cent of the box. This one being a 1948 Philly. And since you're here, yep, our third Canadian of the box. So we're 1 for 1, this one being a 68. Roll number 11, we're going to have 2 more Wheaties. Just flatten the roll out, and here's our first one. 1953D again, our third one of those. And this one, 1957D. Next roll, roll 12, and I see at least 2 more we're going to add to the board. This one, 1945 out of Philly. And where was it? Right there. So those wheat ears poking out. 1950D. Very nice. 2 rolls later, and we've got our next Wheatie. This one snuck up on me, even though it did have the wheat ears showing. Must have missed it. Another 1949 out of Philly. Same roll, we got another Wheatie. This one is a 1952 out of Denver. Roll 16, we've got our next Wheatie. It's going to be our 10th one of the box, 1944P. It's going to be our oldest one as well. Roll 18, another wheat cent. Another 1953D. Roll 19, facing me. Guess what? 1953. Some really nice toning. Roll 20, and this is pretty nice pace. We're going to have our 13th wheat cent, 1951 out of Denver. Same roll, another one. Beat up, 1946 Philadelphia, and I'm running out of room for all these Wheaties. Roll number 24, and I already saw the date, so I know this is going to be a 1958 Denver that we get to add to the board. Last year wheat cent. Next roll, obverse was facing me, 1948 from Philadelphia wheat cent to add to our board. We are on roll 35, and it's been a little bit of a dry spell, but we finally get to add wheat cent 16 to the board. And this one is going to be a 30s, a 1936. Let's take a look at that under the scope. Definitely 1936 out of Philadelphia, now the oldest Wheatie in the box, and we are going to keep on going. Very cool to see a 30s. Next roll, and it snuck up on me, but wheat cent number 18 going to be a 1957 out of Denver. Next roll again. Wheat cent number 19. This one is going to be a 1956 out of Philadelphia. Roll 37. Wheat cent number 20. 1953 out of Denver. And I think I see, yep, another young head. This one is going to be a 1964. Our second one of the box. Nice. Next roll, third coin in. Found a 1948 out of Denver. Roll 41. We've got wheat cent number 22, and it looks older. We get another one from the 30s. Nope, 1942 out of Philly. We'll still take it, though. Roll 44. Number 23 shows up. 1940 out of Philly. Roll 45 has a 1944 out of Philly. Roll number 50 is going to be the best one of the box because I see 3 and a 4 in here. So we're going to add to our totals a 55 Denver. Here's the Canadian. Not a young head, just 75. Thought this one looked old. A 1941 Philly. And here, a 1952 Denver. So that's just about going to do it. I'll go through and hunt the rest of this and bring you back for the recap. We did pretty nice with this new box. Let me show you how we did. And that's the end of the box, and the scores are tallied, and you can see it was a pretty decent box for being my first local box. We got 1 in the 30s, 26 40s and 50s Wheaties. That's pretty nice. 9 foreign. I'm wondering if I'm going to see an uptick in the number of foreign coins I get here at my banks now that I moved across the state. 8 2009s, that's pretty much on average. And the copper was actually pretty decent with 1,470 grams. So the box total is going to be 69.7 points. I guess the star of the show is probably going to be the oldest wheat cent we found, this 1936 P. Now, before I go on, I do want to mention that I do search for all of the errors and varieties listed on Rob Finds Treasures map. Some of you have messaged me asking if I check for these, like for the 36. Did I check for the DDO? Yes, I did. I checked them as well as all the modern finds, especially the 98 through 2000 P wide AMs, and I do check now for the 2015 DDO as well. So the oldest would be the star of the show in my book, 1936 out of Philadelphia, in pretty good shape. We had those 9 foreign coins, 2 young heads. There are the 09s. I did check for the extra fingers in the formative years. Didn't get any. Pulled out 7 really nice examples from the 60s and 50s and all the way up to the 80s that I'm going to check against my album and see if they upgrade. And here are the rest of the finds. I went through them as we found them. Nothing really special. I checked through all for the errors and varieties. Didn't find any. Nothing really special. Nothing that's going to upgrade or be a book filler, but I am going to check those Lincoln Memorial cents to see if they will upgrade anything in my books. I hope you enjoyed doing this penny hunt with me. Now that I've got a box here hunted, I'm going to try to get more boxes in the future so that we can do another penny hunt in the near future. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, don't forget to click subscribe. Leave a comment below if you've got something you want to say. Appreciate a thumbs up, and remember, it's always a mystery until you crack open those rolls and you find out what you got inside. Thanks for taking the time to watch, everyone. Take care.